Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between rolling hills, lived a woman named Elara. Her home was a simple, small cottage, but she was the richest person in the valley. She possessed no gold, no silks, no property to speak of. Her wealth was of a different kind, an extraordinary, unshakable sense of peace. Her presence was like the shade of an old tree on a hot day. The villagers, though busy with their lives, would often find excuses to pass her simple garden, just to feel the aura of tranquility that radiated from her. She moved with a slow, deliberate grace, whether she was tending her flowers or simply watching the clouds. Into this quiet world, a storm arrived. It came in the form of a wealthy merchant named Marcus. His caravan of fine horses and heavy carts kicked up a cloud of dust that settled aeneas illy on the village. His clothes were of the finest silk, his fingers adorned with rings, but his face was a portrait of deep unhappiness. A permanent furrow was etched between his brows, and his eyes, though sharp, were restless, darting from one thing to another, finding no place to land. Marcus had everything. He owned half the trade route to the east. He had mansions in 3 cities and servants who catered to his every whim, but he had not slept a full night in years. His mind was a relentless storm of calculations, fears, ambitions, and regrets. He had heard whispers of a wise woman in this village, a woman who held a secret he could not buy. He sought out Elara, finding her not in a grand temple, but in her simple garden, gently watering her plants. He burst in, his voice loud in the quiet air. "Wise woman," he declared, "I will pay you handsomely for your secret. I have gold, I have power, yet I have no peace. My sleep is a battlefield, and my mind never rests. Tell me what you know. What is your price?" Elara looked up, her eyes clear and calm, showing no surprise. She smiled gently. "My secret, sir, is not for sale," she said, her voice as soft as the breeze, "but I will share it with you freely. My secret is not in having something, but in finding peace in nothing." Marcus scoffed. "Nothing? What is that?" "A trick, a philosophical game. How can one find peace in nothing? I am a man of substance. Nothing is a word for failure." Elara motioned for him to sit on a simple wooden bench. She went inside her cottage and returned with 2 simple clay cups and a pot of warm tea. She filled 1 cup and offered it to him. He took it impatiently. She held her own cup in her hands, looking at it thoughtfully. "Look at this cup," she said. "Its purpose is defined by its emptiness. It is useful only because it is empty. If it were already full of stone, it could receive no tea. It could serve no purpose." She paused, letting her words settle. We spend our entire lives trying to fill our cups. We fill them with gold, with power, with validation, with noise, with 1,000 distractions. We are so terrified of the void, so afraid of being empty, we fill our cups until they are overflowing. And then we are surprised when we feel burdened, heavy, and still unfulfilled. Marcus looked at his own cup. He had not touched the tea, but it is only in the silent emptiness of the mind, Elara continued, that true peace can finally be found. It is the space between the thoughts, the silence, beneficial of wisdom.